All right, so Cooper Webb has done it again. He has won 3 out of the last 4 rounds, and he's been first or second every round since Glendale. That's insane. That's insane.
That's insane. Yeah, the chip's over. It
just might be.
This was the race, right? We needed Chase to either beat him or not crash, and neither of those things happened.
Neither of those things happened.
And we really needed Kenny to beat Cooper in order to stay in the chip. I think that's a huge momentum shift, and I don't really see how the boys survive this one, to be honest.
Bro, Ken Roxon, after that performance, he's 26 points down, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot halfway through the season. Like, it's not impossible to come back from this, but it might be impossible to come back from this, man.
I think it's impossible if Cooper doesn't have a crash or a bike malfunction. Like, if Cooper makes the races, it's over. It's over.
Like, the way he's been riding as of the last, like, 3-4 rounds, I can't even see him getting a bad start and not being on the box, man. Like, I think his worst like position that he's gonna get if he rides like this is going to be a second, bro. Like, no one's beating him. Like, I personally thought that Chase was gonna have a shot. They were 1-2 after first couple laps, and I was like, okay, we're in for a good race. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Unfortunately, not. Buddy did Chase Sexton things. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess it wasn't. I still don't think Chase was gonna win. Even if he didn't crash. I think Cooper was just on a completely different level than everybody else. But like we said before we started this, you know, a second would have been a lot easier of a pill to swallow than a third for Chase. But yeah, I don't know. I think personally, I think the 450 class is all but wraps. You know, I mean, anything can happen. But yeah, and the 250 West class, kind of the same thing.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a little bit, but yeah, you were right. If Chase got a second place, I think it would be like much easier to swallow. Like, okay, it wasn't my best racing, but I survived it as best as I can. But then going down again, 5 weeks in a row, crashing, man.
That's crazy, dude.
The only thing I can think positive about this is it can't be 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because we got an off week. So that's the best case scenario for Chase right now. A little reset. I mean,
but it can be 6 races in a row.
It can definitely be 6 races in a row, but it won't. Okay?
Yeah.
It won't happen.
Right.
If you like this video, it won't happen. You Chase fans, all right? So just saying.
All of you Chase fans hanging on by a thread, like the video.
Yes. Like, I agree with you that he wasn't going to catch Cooper after like the first 5-6 minutes. I'm like, all right, just settle in for this race. And Cooper's gone. Like, he was gone. He was riding the best I've actually ever seen Cooper ride in the last like 5 years, man. He was just on another level. And it's one of those dominant levels. Like someone mentioned in my comment site, it was like a Tomac performance, man. Just got out to the lead, just dominated the race.
Yeah, it definitely looked insane. Perfect. Just perfect everywhere. All of it, no mistakes. Just I feel like he's such a sleeper when it comes to like aggressive riding style too. People don't really associate him as like an aggressive rider, but dude, like he's scrubbing, he's really pushing, you know, he's pushing through the jumps. Like he looks really comfortable and confident. And that's like a terrible thing for everybody else.
Like mentioning that too, like he was the only person doubling in the main event over the sand wall area. Like he was the only guy doing that.
AP, so I played bikes with AP yesterday, and he said, I think he did it once or a couple times, because he said, man, when you got that line, it felt so good. So like he made it sound like he had got the line, but certainly Cooper Webb was the only one getting it like consistently and, you know, almost every lap.
Cooper Webb's on another level. I'm kind of dreading. Yeah, I'm kind of dreading the rest of the Supercross season because we need a turnaround, man. Like, yeah, it would be insane if Cooper just goes out and wins everything and dominate. Like, it'd be a great performance, a great year for him.
Yeah.
But I think if you're not necessarily a Webb fan, you want something else to happen, right? And I want the championship. You know? Yeah, I just want the championship to be close, man. I wouldn't even mind Sexton going out there and battling with Webb, and then say he tries to block pass and he goes down. Like, at least we have like something. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, I don't think that's happening. I think if Webb gets into second behind Chase, it's over. It's GG's. Webb's winning.
Yeah,
Seriously. So,
well, I think I don't know. It's always hard. I was gonna say when we get to the hard pack tracks at the end of the year, Chase will probably do really well, but Cooper's also really good in those tracks too. You know,
it's like 2 or 3 rounds. We got 8
Yeah,
rounds
I know.
left. Like they're all East Coast, man. We're screwed.
yeah, it's not looking ideal. But
one
what
guy,
about that 250?
bro. I personally thought Deegan was gonna smoke everybody, man. I personally thought that. Like he was most dominant rider all day long, and then the main event came, and he was the third best. I was like, what?
It was kind of a weird night. The people I thought would do really well just didn't. And then, you know, Seth out of absolutely nowhere was just absolutely barking. You know, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Very strange. I expected RJ to do better. Obviously, Deegan do better. Obviously, Max was kind of the biggest surprise. Just not super great. Dude, I know comments is going to hate this. I still stand by. I think Cole still might be the best guy in the class. I know he fell, but that comeback was insane, and his gap between him and Seth wasn't really growing as he was moving through the pack. He was kind of staying really like that same like 17 seconds the whole time. I think Cole doesn't go down. That was his night, but obviously he did go down. But
And you know what's crazy about that for Cole too is, I think if he doesn't go down with Joe there, him and Deegan move up, and Deegan doesn't obviously make that mistake on the quad. I think they move up. At least Deegan would have caught Tommy V 100% in my eyes. Like at least Tommy V, maybe not Seth, but Seth wasn't that far off of where they were. But Cole, on the other hand, was just flying, bro. I remember like watching the race, and Cole goes down. We're like, oh no. We're like, and then 3 laps later, he's already on the back of Joe, and I'm like, what? Like, where did this come from? His whoop speed, I think, was the key, because he was
all year, baby.
Whoops, and it was so ridiculously fast, man. But yeah, Seth Hammaker, we got to give Seth his props. He rode fantastic. The crazy part about that too, Seth has always been kind of fast, but like he looked incredibly smooth out there. From watching the race, I don't remember seeing too many mistakes.
No, he looks really, I mean, different than I've ever seen him. Just solid, in control. Like he broke the Cowie curse, you know, didn't crash, didn't yard sale himself. You know, I don't know. It was very like he should be there all the time, you know, and like he looked like he felt like he should be there all the time, which is, I mean, it's cool. I've never seen him do that well, so it's cool to see him just put it to everybody.
Do you think he can go on a roll? And
No.
like in this East Coast, do you think he can go on a roll and win a couple at least in a row?
Maybe not in a row. No, I don't think so. No. I think
Seth, I believe in you. I think you can. All right.
I mean, I mean, prove me wrong. I would love to see that. I just don't see it happening. I don't see Tommy V starting to talk about rolling. Tommy V starting to roll, which, my bad, Tom. I was a little bit of a doubter for a while. My bad.
Is he going shout to Lewis on this, but he mentioned that Tommy V might be one of a couple guys that is going to possibly win a championship without winning a race. Do you think that can happen?
I could see that. 100%. I could see that. In that East class, with how like volatile everybody's been already, I could definitely see Tommy V P2 and like Ryan Dunging the chip for sure.
Just P2, P3, and everybody else kind of just 5, 6,
P1,
1.
P8, P1. Yeah, absolutely.
I can
100%.
definitely see that. Yeah, because like think about it. Max, for example, he was the most dominant rider the first 2 weeks. Most dominant rider the first 2 weeks.
Then what happened?
What happened the last 2 weeks? Like,
I mean,
Daytona got a little bit like the press day crash probably took the wind out of him a little bit for that weekend. But this weekend he should have been 100%, right? But,
yeah, I mean, I feel like Daytona he had a good excuse, but not unless there's something we don't know, which is obviously always possible. But if like he's healthy and everything is fine, pretty subpar, pretty surprising.
And then another guy that I didn't know this at the time of making our predictions here for third place, Juju, but he didn't ride for 2 weeks, and his first day riding was press day, man. So
why?
Because of the shoulder. So he didn't get any training in, or at least on the bike training for those 2 weeks. So you could definitely see in the main event, like that come to light. He started great, first, second, and then got 8th place, so he faded a lot. But yeah, I just didn't expect that. And as you mentioned at the beginning of this, 250 West is over, bro. Like, it's 12 points now. Like, unless something crazy happens to Deegan, it's over.
How many rounds do they have left? West.
I think they have like 3 or 4 rounds left.
Yeah.
Plus a couple East-West showdowns. So it's like 2 West rounds, 2 showdowns.
I don't see that one. Although, honestly, the person, which I don't think he's close enough in points, but the person that looks, other than Cole, who's also not close enough in points, but who I think looks like has the most fight in him right now is Joe.
Yeah.
Joe looks really good. I mean, Juju too, but now understanding the shoulder thing, that makes more sense for what happened at Indy. And maybe the next West round, he'll be a lot better. But, like, Joe looks like he is got a ton of fight. Man, it makes me think of if Joe didn't have his finger sliced off, how good he'd be doing right now,
Dude, for real. Like, I think he would be battling Deegan. 1-2.
I was going to say he might be in the points league,
Yeah. Because he had that momentum going into San Diego too, and he looked good at San Diego before that pit board situation. And it just sucks, man, because this was supposed to be his year. He didn't start out slow Joe. He came out swinging.
Did not start out slow Joe at all. Yeah. I mean, and he still got a freaking broken finger and still looks just as racy, and I don't know, it looks great.
Don't quote me on this, but I'm gonna make a little mid-season prediction here for the next 4 rounds for West Coast.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Cole Davies will end up second in the chip. I think
so.
How
far is he behind? What's the point?
He's only 13 points back on Juju. There's 2 East-West showdowns. We looked at Cole in this race, and he was by far top 5 guy. Like, by far. Maybe top 4, right?
Top 1.
I don't know about top 1. But, shout out to Cole. But I think he gets second overall behind Deegan in the chip. Like, it's kind of crazy that we were, like, saying that Deegan started out super slow. But I'm, like, looking at the results for Deegan the last, like, 5 rounds here. And he's been on the box every round since round 2.
It's just slow for him because of how much he yaps, right? Like, it's just, he's expected to come out and just dominate. That's all. But he hasn't been yapping.
Bro, I tweeted this out. I said, did he go to PR training? Because
why is Buddy not yapping?
It's crazy.
Bring the yap back.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Deegan for honestly getting P1 in West Coast for that East-West showdown. He was the number 1 West guy. Getting third was still a W in my eyes for that coast. I think he could have won that race. Maybe at least second, but still getting first in the West still pushes that lead out to 12 points, right? Which is huge for him. And then they have a couple off weekends before they come back at it. But, man, Deegan's looking great. Seth is looking great. Tommy V's looking great. Honestly, RJ's looking pretty good. Like, RJ is only 12 points back. With the points being so tight in the 250 East, like the 250 East, so Tommy V is somehow in the points lead with -1. Like, I don't know how that's possible. But Max Anstey, Max Anstey is 1 point down. Seth is 11 points down, and then RJ's 12 points down. If there's one rider in that 4, who's gonna win the chip?
If I had to be a betting man on those 4?
Yeah.
If I just had to pick those 4 and not like based off this year, or
just based off the results so far this year, being those points down, like, who do you think is going to win this chip?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tom.
And
I'm only saying that because of how he starts his seasons, right? Like, just slow, didn't really do anything, but based off the first 4, I mean, and I can't believe I'm saying that because of how dominant Anstey was. But now, after a few rounds in, I would say Tom. Tom looks like he's going to be the most consistent the whole time. And he looks like he's getting faster every race.
So there's 4 East Coast rounds left, plus 2 showdowns. So a lot of points to make up. A lot. I mean, a lot. So, I don't know if I can agree with you on Tommy V.
Maybe Max is sick or something, right? Maybe there's something weird, and when Max comes back healthy, then Max. But would you say RJ?
I might go dark horse here and go Seth, bro. Dude, I might go a little dark horse here and go Seth Handmaker, bro. Bro, he looks so good.
Very dark.
Bro, if he doesn't get food poisoning at Detroit, I've been saying this. He's in right there for the points lead. If he can be on the box, if he can win a couple more.
I mean, talk about a story, right? You got RJ, all those Pierce, Max and Tommy, and then Seth Hamilton wins.
Dude, it would be crazy. Maybe cures the
one
PC curse.
The one lone PC guy, gets it done.
It's crazy.
That would be wild.
450 class. Feel like a lot of the title contenders that we thought were going to be title contenders haven't been really title contenders. Like, for example, JB, AP, Jason Anderson. Like, I thought all of them, I'm just saying in general, could be title contenders, but they haven't been showing up. Now, as of late, AP has been riding great. AP's been riding great. Justin Cooper. Yeah, Justin Cooper, I think, is the fourth best guy right now out of everybody.
He does look very fast. I don't know what happens in like the first 18 minutes of the main, but he's like back there. And then all of a sudden he's in like third. I mean, this was a little bit different in Indy, but still, like, I feel like he's just not playing the rest of the game that everyone else is playing. And then all of a sudden he's like on the podium. But if he could get it, like, honestly, if he could get a start, I don't know, brother.
Dude, if he can get a start, if he can go like top 2, top 3 start, I think we have a potential case for a win.
Could get a W.
Do we have another Triple Crown upcoming? We do, right? We have at least one more Triple Crown in this series, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any more Triple Crowns.
What?
Yeah, we don't. We only have some East-West showdowns. No Triple Crowns. So
lame.
I was going to say, if we had another Triple Crown, I think Justin Cooper is the guy to look out for a win.
They should do the finale, East-West Triple Crown at Daytona.
That would be... Just an East-West Triple Crown would be crazy at Salt Lake City. That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just some of those guys I thought would be title contenders, not even close, man.
Yeah, I mean, and again, although I was wrong about Kenny when at Tampa, I really thought that would take his wind out of his sails for the championship, and he would kind of just roll over and not have a ton of fight, and clearly that was wrong. So I'm hoping that he does the same thing, and at least we have a Sexton, Cooper, Webb, Kenny, like, battles for the wins, or at least, like, circulating on the podium. That would be fine. I still think it's GG's, but it would be cool if there's at least 3 to 4 different winners still throughout the season.
I'll say this at the beginning of the year. I thought there was going to be a lot of winners, especially with Jet
there
and
has
Tomac.
been.
Yeah, there's been 6.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I think there could potentially be a couple more too, right?
A couple.
Yeah, AP, Justin Cooper, potentially Jason Anderson if he can get back to form. Maybe that's 3 right there. I mean, you maybe have a mutter back east, JB.
Ando could do really good on the last couple races too. They're real hard pack. He's really good there. So that's true.
Yeah, so I think there's still wins up for grabs. Now, with that being said, Cooper Webb is most likely going to be 1 or 2 for the rest of the year, unless he has a crazy situation happen, which I don't really see that happening.
Dude, we need a bike malfunction and a Kenny win and Sexton P2, brother. That's what we need. The next race.
We need that for the next 3 races.
No, we don't need. No, we just need a safe, everyone's healthy DNF from Cooper Webb, gas line just runs out of gas lap 1. Nothing.
Lap 1.
Nothing major, right? Just like they forgot to fill the bike up. And then Kenny needs to win, and Chase needs to get second, and that'll just tighten the points up big time.
Yeah, I still think 8 rounds left. It's anybody's ball game. Maybe not Kenny's. I think it's anybody's ball game between Webb and Sexton. It is kind of GG's, but I still believe in my guy. I picked him in the beginning of the year. I'm going to believe in him. All right? I have faith in him, as he posted on IG today. Thank you guys for all the ones that have been believing in me or keep having faith. I believe in him. All right? 8 races left. If he wins 4 of those, shoot, he needs to win more than that. He needs to win a lot more than those.
He's going to win like 7 of them, bro.
He just needs to beat Webb. Whatever place that he gets, he needs to have Webb behind him. That's literally it, and he'll win the chip.
Easy.
It could be. It could be. Just saying. But yeah, we have an off week this week. But with that being said, we're going to have a mid-season rankings video out on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. And then this weekend, we will have some MXGP reactions. It's round 2 in Spain. I don't know if I'm going to do a qualifying reaction video. I could, because it's on Saturdays. But I don't know about that. And then Sunday, we'll have our actual MXGP reactions go out. I do know that the race happens at 2 a.m. I don't know if I'm staying up for that, so I'll do it in the morning. So, yeah. So, it's kind of crazy about that. But, yeah, with that being said, that's kind of a little mini review for Indy. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Let me know how you feel.
Yeah, let me know how you feel about the race. I don't know.
Just how you feel. No, just not about the race. Just how are you doing? Like the video. Thank you.
Like the video. We're out. Peace.